Okay, so part 2 of the sketchbook. Let's jump right into it. Okay, let's keep looking at the sketchbook. So here's the skeleton. It's small. This is the same skeleton for these drawings. There's another drawing of this skeleton. I will place it right here looking at you while he kinda like rests. Okay. So let's keep looking at my sketchbook. Just a second. Okay, now it's good. So next we have this drawing here. It's this same skeleton, and it's this one I did at home. I set up a piece of I'm not sure what this was at the time, but this is an artificial rose that I placed and I posed this skeleton, and I did for training. Remember that I told you about pirates? Yeah, here I was starting to draw pirates because I was thinking about making a pirate game. And I was thinking about skulls as well, how to stylize this guy here, and starting to draw pirates and thinking about pirates, basically. These two guys is part of my on Instagram. I made a story for this guy, which he becomes a Pokemon master, a Pokemon trainer. Sorry, he becomes a Pokemon trainer, and whoever follows me would be able to choose, kind of like a game. What would this guy do? So the first thing that happened was which Pokemon will he start, and these two guys were like, people would be able to pick between Pichu and this frog here that I forgot the name. And on following pages you will see who won, but I think you can figure it out. This is I was waiting for someone. You know who you are. And I just drew this looking at the scene and some buildings, and I was sketching this. And yeah, Pichu won. So yeah, everybody picked up Pichu. I think only 1 vote or 2 votes for this guy. The rest was for this guy here. So I drew this like sad face and a happy face. This I was somewhere as well, and there was a Toshokan. There was a library here, and I drew this when I was waiting for someone. You know who you are. Okay, next pages. I was thinking about kawaii mono. Kawaii. Here I was starting. I made some stickers for Line. Line is a messaging program. Just message up at all. It's a app. It's an app for Android, just like WhatsApp, but in Japan and Korea, Line is as strong as WhatsApp in Brazil. So I made some stickers for Line, and they are available as well for WhatsApp. I will place a link down here in the descriptions. So I was starting to think about what kind of sticker will I make, and these happened to become part of a game as well that I made. I will also place a link in the description. It's for Android and there's for PC as well. It's free. So this was based on my dog, and I was starting to get things like, okay, let's take a plug and make it kawaii, and these happened. This I was thinking about. Actually, I was playing RPG. I was game master at the time, and the players were going to face a necromancer, and the necromancer was not pretty. He was bald with some hair, and I kind of drew the necromancer so people would be able to see. It ended up to be like the main villain of the campaign because the players did not beat this guy. Not because they couldn't, they could if they tried, but the first thing that happened was this guy here offered the players to join him. And to my surprise, one of the players said that he would join. I didn't believe at the time, so I asked, "Are you really your character is telling the truth? He really wants to join the necromancer, or is this a plot?" So the player told me that he really meant. So when he said that, there was a fight between the players, and this guy here kind of like got the bodies of the dead player, and yeah, the campaign kind of like started with that. This was supposed to be just some guy that the players would fight, but it ended up to be the final boss of the campaign. Now, I told you this sketchbook has a lot of memories. So I'm still thinking about the dog, how to make my dog cute in drawing. And here is a player of mine, actually my character on another RPG table. A group of friends were playing RPG, and I made a cleric of mask. It's a cleric / thief. They call it rogue. So it was a rogue cleric of mask in Forgotten Realms, and it would use a rapier. Pirates. I'm here thinking about that pirate game that I was talking about, and I wanted it to be pretty simple in terms of shape, and I was trying to figure out a style of drawing that would make it easy and pretty at the same time. I didn't figure it out, but I like this here, but it would take a lot of work to animate. Remember, I'm alone doing this. Here I was thinking about the arcade machine. A friend of mine wanted an arcade cabinet. He saw what I did, and I was kind of like thinking, okay, what kind of cabinet do you want, and what kind of... Okay, let's get back to it. So I was kind of thinking, okay, what kind of cabinet do you want? He has a restaurant, so he wanted something that his clients would be able to use. So I was starting to think about, okay, are we going to use like those coins to play, all this kind of things. Over here I was waiting. Was I? I was thinking about a room. I don't remember which room was it, but I was thinking about the project of a room, and I didn't really finish it anything. It was quickly cancelled, this project. Okay, here we have the planning for an opening screen of a game that I made. I made this game, but I never released it, and I never really finished this this drawing. It's just planning, and these are like me thinking about the name of the game. I think the name of the game is Palace of the Demon Lord. Right now it's an RPG. I will try to put it on Google Play and put down the link somewhere. Not now, not at not in this video, but I will make a video talking about it when I release. Here, me thinking about another game. This game would be like just like I found out that there are other games just like this, but this you would tap and the player would run and you would compete with others. So I was like thinking about what kind of style I would use together with other things that I was thinking about. I was thinking about RPG games and things like that, but I was thinking about this running game as well. So I did a lot of drawings, and here my mascot was starting to show up. And that RPG game, I kinda arrived to this style. I've never did anything with this, but I want to. I still want to do something with it. I may do something in 3D, probably. And to test it out, I decided to make the Ghost Rider in this style. So here is Ghost Rider on my own style, but I never really did anything, published anything with it. And here this will show up on a game of mine. I will also put the link in the description for that game. Here I was thinking about a mystery game because of a dream that I had. This dream had a skeleton and a dark cabin in the woods, and in the dream I was this guy and I was kind of like searching for something in this room, and this skeleton appeared. Some people might think it was a nightmare, but I don't really care about those things. My nightmares have living people in it, and when monsters and ghosts and things like that showed up in my dreams, I don't consider it a nightmare. It's just a dream. Okay. I also never did anything with this. I do have a lot of ideas for games, but I never really I almost don't do anything with those ideas, mainly because I'm by myself when I'm making a game, and I have other stuff to do. But I will choose one. If you have an idea, like if you liked one of these ideas, just leave it in the comment and I will probably work on it. So here I got this design, and I was thinking about what to do with it, something like Mega Man, Rockman. This was part of this. I was thinking, okay, what if this guy here is a woman, and what kind of style can I use? So I was thinking about something with this style based on the Tim Burton's movies. So I was kind of like trying to figure out if this style would work and things like that. Okay, this was released. This was me planning a game for a game jam together with Fire Totem Games, and this was the final design. It was about Christmas and a factory, and the factory has a lot of problems. It's cursed, and you have to keep repairing, just like Overcooked. So yeah, I will also put the link. There will be a lot of links, as I can see. And it was really fun to make this game. We made it in a weekend. Here is part of another game jam that I did. I feel like that game was incomplete, but yeah, it was like these three shapes. The player would take these three shapes and guide these shapes to the end of the stage. It was a puzzle game. Link in the description as well. Here I was just scribbling and thinking about what to do. That mascot of mine and other things, I was thinking about fishing games, and still I didn't give up on pirates. This is part of another game on a game jam, which I worked on a weekend as well. It's published. The link will be down there. And this guy was the selected one. It's a game about shooting. You shoot a gun and the gun disappears, and so you have to find another gun, and so on and so forth. You only have one shot per weapon. After you shoot, you have to find another weapon, and you have to survive as long as you can. It's a game jam game. Okay, this here was in Korea at Incheon Airport in Korea. I was waiting for a flight, and I just drew those. I will place I will show a picture of this place here so you can compare. I kind of was using some color pencil that you can use as watercolor as well, but as you can see, I'm not really good with watercolor. I didn't understand how to use this color pencil yet. After this, I started to try the color pencil, and I started to figure out how to use it. And then we start to get this. This is me trying to figure out watercolor. So I started to make this. These do not exist. I was just thinking about what to do. I think I saw something like this on YouTube, and I was starting to try to copy with my own style. After this, I started to scribble, and I was starting to try to figure out what would happen if there was a lot of water and things like that. How much water to use, what kind of effects I can make. This is part of a project of a friend of mine. It will be blurred because it was not released yet. This is a sketch that I made while I was watching a sumo fight. And here we are at 20 minutes again, so let's go to the next video. And that was part 2. thank you for watching. I will try to upload part 3 pretty soon. So hope you guys are liking the journey.